If your videos are hard to understand, your viewers will click on them faster than you think. I've generated over 100k views in the educational space, writing for people like Justin Camp, Daniel Hassel, and you know what? The only difference between a script that makes thousands of hundreds of views and the one that makes nothing is how simple the script is. So in this video, I'll give you my 3-step formula for explaining complex topics so simply you could explain quantum physics to your viewers in 2 minutes. Step 1. Address the elephant in the room before it crashes your video. The elephant is what's in your viewer's mind that stops them from understanding the video. It's like a gap in knowledge that makes everything you say confusing. There are 3 elephants that I see in almost every single video. The first is the assumption elephant. It's when you assume your viewer already has some knowledge on the topic when actually they don't. I made this exact mistake writing the first video for this channel. I wanted the methods to be as good as possible. That's why I use complex formulas like KTPFS or vidIQ Hunt. But every time I introduced a new complex concept, retention dropped. Not because the methods were bad, but because they were too complex for the viewer to understand them. To avoid making this mistake yourself, every time you introduce a new concept, ask yourself, what does my viewer need to know before this makes sense? Then give them the context they need. Also, ask yourself, is this simple enough for a 5th grader to understand this? If it's not, you need to simplify it. Now, it's time to move on to elephant 2, and it can confuse your viewers even more. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Let me show you the exact strategy of how I'm getting a consistent 11% submit rate on my pop-up for my client, so you can just copy me.
Yes, this is one of my clients, and it's a video he wrote himself. The mistake is talking about an 11% submit rate. If I don't understand what submit rate is, I click off the video. But this doesn't mean you can't use any niche specific words. Let's see how Brian uses them.
And to prevent this, you need tension. Tension is when you introduce uncertainty about what's going to happen next.
This is great. Not everyone understands what tension actually is. That's why Brian defines it right away. A simple fix to this elephant is every time you use a confusing word, explain it before. But if you move through your video too fast, it will kill your video more than any jargon or complex concepts ever can. And that's elephant number 3. Here's the problem. You've been thinking about your topic for hours, days, maybe weeks, but your viewer, they're seeing it the first time. And when you move through your video too fast, their brain can't keep up. This is the first video I ever recorded. The stuff that they miss out on by their biggest enemy, and it's their phone. There are studies that just having your notifications turned on during your work can slow down your attention even by half. Can you even understand me? Your brain is still trying to process what I said while I move on to the next thing. Let's see how a great content creator handles it.
Work. What does work actually mean? Well, in very general terms, work happens when we take an input, we do some stuff to it, i.e. we process it, and then we get some kind of output. So for example, in the agricultural era,
Ali pauses. He gives the viewer time to catch up. There's no space for confusion. So if you don't want to confuse your viewers, pause and rephrase after every lesson. Use phrases like, in other words. Here's what that actually means. Let me break that down. Give your viewers' brains time to process the information you're giving them. So now you've eliminated the 3 elephants stopping your viewer from understanding you. But knowing what not to do isn't enough. That's why we need to move on to step 2. Have you ever been to a boring biology class where the teacher is just reading a notebook word for word? You didn't understand what the teacher was saying, so you felt like leaving the class after 2 minutes. But on YouTube, the viewer isn't forced to sit through your videos. So the moment they get confused, they will leave. That's why your teaching needs to feel effortless and engaging, like a science experiment. There are 3 teaching methods best creators use to make their lessons super simple to understand.
If you went to art school, your professor has probably told you that originality means having no influences. But here are what they regard as history's greatest artists openly stealing to create their masterpieces.
This is a video I wrote for my client Justin. Instead of just saying every great artist steals, so you should too, we give you examples of the best artists in the history and show you that they were stealing too. It's so much more engaging and you can understand everything 10 times better. I've been doing this in every section of the video. Instead of just saying this is how you make your scripts super simple, I show you examples how best creators are making their lessons easy to understand. So the next time you're writing your script, think to yourself, what example can illustrate this lesson? But you can literally show your viewer the lesson instead of just telling it.
This is Dan's framework. So basically anything below the line is the stuff that you are doing to prepare to start your business. And then anything above the line is the stuff you're doing to actually build your business.
In this video, Ali literally draws what he means. Humans can process visuals 800 times faster than they can process words. Next time you're creating your video, instead of just selling your lesson, draw it out on a board. Show an animation or a visual that illustrates your lesson. This way you will make your teachings super simple. Examples and visuals work great, but if you want your lesson to really stick, you must paint a picture in their head.
Walk with purpose. I remember even from the age of 15 or 16, I would walk down the street. You could tell I was on a mission. And I think that was really just a sign of having a clear direction, a vision for what I could become.
Did you see it? When Iman told you the story, you could literally see young Iman walking down the street. And it's the greatest teaching method ever. Since stories create open loops in our brains, we can't stop paying attention unless the loop is closed. So instead of just teaching with examples and visuals, make sure to tell personal stories too. But the best teachers don't only tell you the lesson, they guide you through it. Action steps are the difference between a viewer that watches your video and forgets and a viewer who actually transforms their lives. But let me show you how this works in practice.
First, we need to tell ChatGPT. Just ask it, help me define a 5-year SMART goal, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Ask me clarifying questions.
Dan is no longer just teaching you, he's mentoring you through exactly what to do. Now, let's take a look at this script. Is this simple enough for a 5th grader? That's an action step. Every time you use a niche specific word, explain it after. Another action step. I'm not just teaching you concepts, I'm telling you exactly what to do. So here's how you can use action steps so the viewer knows exactly what to do after the video. The secret is to be specific. Don't just throw vague phrases like hit the gym. The viewer still doesn't know whether to do cardio at the gym, bodybuilding training, or just stretch there. Make your lesson so specific they exactly know what to do after the video. This is the exact method I use to make my scripts super simple. But none of this matters if your videos are on the wrong topics. Most creators spend time perfecting their scripts even though their topic sucks. That's why you need to watch this video on how to find killer topics. Peace out.